Good morning. Good morning to all of you. Welcome to lovely campus of Symbiosis International University. Welcome to SITM. All the corporate delegates sitting in the audience, welcome to the campus. And all the student delegates from various institutions in Pune, welcome to SIU, SITM, lovely campus. And also some of the faculty members from other institutions in the city. So welcome again. I think the International Telecom Seminar has been around for some time now. We have been delivering this seminar year after year. Many new things are happening, so we try to discuss those. We try to bring those on a platform where students can actually learn from it, from the discussions which happen from the industry experts. Now this year, there are very interesting themes. There are 4 or 5 very interesting topics which are going to be discussed in length. I'm just going to touch a couple of them. One of them happens to be Internet of Things. Sometimes I get confused that what is this Internet of Things? What is these things and who came up with these things kind of word? You know, if we look back for the last 10, 15 years, the social media has played a very critical role. It has actually connected people the way never before across the continents. Social media has created actually new business models. Social media has created number of new companies. So what social media has done in the last 15, 20 years is connected people, but businesses have actually capitalized that in a wonderful way. What is happening with Internet of Things is what is coming in the future. Now, this is not simply telecom, or this is not simply IT. We are actually looking at a completely different style of living. Our way of living is going to be changed going forward. I can see 10, 15 years from now, things will be talking to each other, whatever those things are. I mean, right now people are talking about M2M, machine-to-machine communication. But then there are so many other areas. If you just look at our own house, there's so many appliances in the house. So very soon we'll be talking to those appliances. Very soon appliances will be talking to each other. There's something called ad hoc networks. There's communication between the nodes. So the communication never goes back to the controller while the nodes themselves can communicate. That's where the devices will come in. That's where the appliances will come in. What is going to happen is this is going to create an entirely new ecosystem. The white good manufacturers, as we know, the equipment manufacturers, the washers and the dryers and the refrigerators and all these companies who have been designing and manufacturing this equipment over the years will be redesigning this because of this Internet of Things, because these are the things. Things are these appliances. Things are cars. Actually, humans are just operating them. These things will talk to each other. The things will be controlled by human. So there is a brand new or completely new ecosystem which is going to be evolving and which is going to emerge in next 10, 15 years. People are already talking about smart cities. People are already talking about smart devices. All this smartness needs to be built in the cities and devices. Again, if you go back, how this all happens, it actually happens with the concept from the devices, which is chips. Nowadays, you must have seen the launch of iPhone 6 and 6S. The first time they have put in NFC chip in it. Again, a game changer. You can see what the things are coming in the future. So the way the business is done is going to change. It will be done smart way because of use of smart devices. Now what's going to happen is with all this traffic, it's going to create a lot of data. it's going to create a lot of information. And this information will be used as a part of business intelligence or analytics. Today, even today, there's a lot of discussion on big data and tracking consumer behavior. And by monitoring consumer behavior, the companies are planning their strategies, either product introduction or advertising or adding features and all those things. Going forward, the amount of data that will be generated is going to be humongous. But all this data would be used, will be processed, will be mined, and new strategies will be designed. The companies, I call them as new age companies. The new age companies, very agile, very nimble. These companies will emerge and they will call the shots. So when all this is happening, what happens to telecom operator? Where is this guy in this picture? Because the telecom operator today has a choice, either work as a utility company and offer connectivity or a dumb pipe infrastructure to these, or even change the business model. The issue is, can they do it? Do they have capability to do it? Do they have skills and competencies to do it? If the answers are no, then the telecom operators will be in trouble. They will have to work with so many players in the ecosystem that a dollar would be shared by number of companies, eventually leaving not much for telecom operator. So again, the telecom operator model will evolve. We don't know exactly how that's going to be. If we just see the recent past, the mess that we had for 3G, and the hype that was created for 3G, and the investments which were put in for 3G, and the returns which are produced by 3G, it's a mess. Unfortunately, we haven't learned much. We are heading in the same direction again on 4G. On one side, we're talking about M2M, we're talking about Internet of Things. So obviously, there are choices which we have to make, and there is a basic infrastructure that is required to be in the place, which is standards. Standards need to be properly defined. Otherwise, the manufacturers wouldn't know what to design and how to design and what to introduce. The standards have to be designed. Architectures have to be designed. Protocols have to be designed. Platforms have to be designed. And if we have learned from GSM, one of the reasons why GSM actually took off and was deployed globally was because of open architecture and open platforms. If at all Internet of Things has to take off and go really global, then it has to be with open architectures, open platforms. Then only multiple manufacturing companies can come up with equipment, devices, controllers, smart devices, which will talk to each other. At the end of the day, the advantage has to go to the consumer. The consumer must get the advantage of competition. That is exactly what GSM did. That is exactly where CDMA fell apart. In the scheme of things for M2M, in the scheme of things for Internet of Things, first is standardization. Specifications need to be defined for the global deployment. Second thing is choice of technology. Which technology can deliver? There are reports which are even saying that 2G may be enough, even now, to deliver some of these applications that we are talking about. Now, there is an issue, they are talking about using 3G. So when you go from this G to G, and we are already into 4G and LTE, and we're talking about data services and bringing a major revenue from 4G LTE, there's a discussion already in place for 5G. And there is a team which is discussing deployment of 5G by year 2020. The reports indicate by 2020, 28% of the capacity that is deployed of 4G LTE would be used. leaving almost 70% capacity unused, while there will be discussions on, again, deployment of 5G. So we haven't really learned much from the 3G fiasco. Yes, I know that it takes time to define standards. It takes time to design systems. It takes time to deploy systems in the field. But then we really need to take a look on how to go ahead in different generation of technology. So with this Internet of Things, choice of technology is another issue. Today, telecom operators are holding back investments. They don't know if there is a business case today. They don't know if the business case is a sound business case for Internet of Things or M2M and all that. Although M2M is deployed in many countries on various applications like transport management, fleet management, and all that. But in India, and many operators worldwide are holding back on investment. They don't know which way to go. Things are very fluid. But then everyone is putting a lot of hopes on these things, that these are the ones which are going to generate revenue. These are the ones which are going to save us from the disaster. Needs to be seen, needs to be discussed, needs to be debated, needs to be understood. And I think that is one of the objectives of seminars like this. Collectively, we can discuss, debate, understand. We may not be 100% right, but at least we'll have an opinion coming out of the seminar saying that, yes, this is what we see over a period of time. Intelligence will play a very key role. It's not that intelligence hasn't played a key role in the past. Going forward, it will increasingly play a key role in analytics and intelligence. But I think we need to get our basic understanding of technology, applications, evolution of these applications in the future, and get the business case right. Otherwise, we absolutely risk the same fiasco as 3G. So next 2 days, we are very fortunate to have several speakers from the industry who will share their experience with us, what they see in industry, the direction they see in industry, what is expected over 10, 15 years. The future in next 10, 15 years, in my mind, would be very exciting with wearable devices and all this Internet of Things happening. Who knows? A car on the road may be talking to the car next one. People are working on haptic technologies where you can actually feel emotions, smell, and everything. Simply sending messages does not work. There will be devices, there will be technology which will be deployed in future. So I think it's going to be interesting, exciting, but I think we really need to debate this. We need to discuss this, and that is the objective for next 2 days. So let's look forward to it. I look forward to it. Engage with them with lots of questions, because it's a unique opportunity brought to you to bring them on the dais for you. Listen to them, but again, question them. Have your own opinions. So enjoy next 2 days. Enjoy hospitality of SITM. Take a tour of the campus. I believe we have beautiful campus here, very close to a resort. So enjoy the campus, enjoy the food, and enjoy the seminar. Welcome again. Thank you.